my dudes, grinders. Welcome to the 18th episode of The Grind. I'm here. Jaren is here.
I am here.
We are all here. It's been about 2 weeks since our last episode. I know we aim to get one out weekly, but we've been busy. A lot has been going on in our personal lives, and we'll talk about it a little on the cast, but I've been suffering a little bit of burnout myself, truthfully, and burnout coupled with lots of busyness has been tough to get us to sit down, but we should be consistent again from here forward. Hopefully you guys didn't cry too much in that 1 week you didn't get an episode.
Well, I will say this. I'll advocate for our listeners. We did skip the week before that, I do believe, as well. So,
okay.
Been a little sad. Sorry, guys.
It's been a little slow, but
yeah, and I've got some stuff going on too myself, and I'll probably open up a bit about it a little later on once the dust settles, so to speak. But things happen, and we missed some shows, and we're sorry. But
yeah,
we've got got a lot of content to fill on this one.
And I think there's plenty to talk about, right? A lot has happened since the last. But before we start, I guess I'll talk about my burnout just a little bit. And I think burnout might be a little too harsh of a word, but it's like I've been really busy. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've been, whatever. I don't need to get into what the things I've been doing, but I've been busy and dealing with things and working on stuff. And it's just like I'm having trouble like sitting down and concentrating on playing the game. So like I'll passively, farm dragons in the background, but like I haven't upgraded a rune in 3 weeks, like I don't, I'm not farming a ton every day. And it's like, I want to blame it on the weather improving and me being outside and like hanging out with people and doing stuff. But I know that despite all of that, I have downtime and I'm not spending that downtime on my phone. And I don't know if that's burnout. I don't know if that's like my play style is just like shifting or moving a little bit. But I mean, how do you guys feel? Like, have you guys gone through moments where you haven't played? I know, Jaren, you went for a couple months without playing, right?
Yeah, I
Way
did.
Back in the day.
It was, back September, October, more personal stuff.
Yeah.
So, for me, it's kind of the same now. A lot of it's even related, where it just feels like I've got more important things to do. Like not even and I still in my downtime, even I'm not as focused on like hitting replay on my dungeons. Yeah. I've got more mana than I've ever had, saved up up to like 6 something million, I think. I don't know. I am upgrading runes, which we can talk about more in a bit because I've had some pretty good luck. But at the same time, like I'm just not doing as much. So, like passively for farming, me, it's easy peasy.
Yeah, like I used to, like I'd wake up. I mean, and this is just a habit that I've broken in the last 2 or 3 weeks. But I'd wake up, I'd do my guild war, I'd like do the siege or hit the lab or whatever needed to happen, and then I'd put like an hour into the game, and then I'd move on with my life and do stuff. And now it's like, I'm waking up and I'm doing other things. Like I broke that habit somehow, and now it feels truthfully like I'll sit down and I'll play for like maybe 1 or 2 hours a day, like in the evening. Mm-hmm. Like I'll be trying to watch TV and I'll just casually, or I'll take a, an hour long break to like play a different game or do something else on my laptop, watch YouTube videos, and I'll refresh giants, or dragons, for that time. But other than that, I'm not like putting the effort into 6-star stuff to level things. Like I need to get back on board, and I don't know if I've like lost goals or it'll settle in a little bit more or what. But I gotta figure it out. I gotta come back to it, and it's not. I don't feel like I'm like losing my interest in the game by any means. I'm truthfully, I feel guilty not playing. I'm like, not only do we have this podcast, but also like I have goals. I have things I want to do in the game, and if I'm not putting in more than an hour a day, I'm never gonna get there. And I feel guilt over not sitting down and playing, but it's not strong enough to force me to play more right now. But I don't know. Whatever you guys, if you guys have any thoughts or feelings on that, if you guys have gone through burnout, let me know what you think. Hit me up in the Discord and let me know like kind of what brought you back, what burned you out, just I'm interested because I know people do, come in and out, and I'm obviously highly invested in the game, and I'm not planning on taking any kind of like actual break from it. But I have reduced the amount that I've been playing unconsciously, the last 2-3 weeks, and it's something that I've been thinking about. And I know it's affected the podcast a little bit, and it's affected my enjoyment of the game a little bit. But
Well,
hopefully everything just starts ramping back up.
yeah, my biggest thing tends to be like I just don't want to focus on it. Like if I can do it passively, I'll do it. And even then, like I've caught myself where I was like at a friend's house, we were just chilling, like nothing's really going on. We were having a conversation, but it wasn't like a deep conversation. I just didn't want to sit there and hit replay on my phone. Like I just wanted to be present, more present, I guess, than typical. But
Yeah, I've been charging my phone less or something, like or like, I don't know what it, and it's just like, oh, I don't want to like go down, I don't want to use all my phone's battery right now. What if I have to send a text message in like an hour or something? Like, and it's just a stupid reason to not farm. Like I can just literally take 1 second and plug my phone in, but it's like I'm using little excuses to stop me from playing, and I think that's why I think I am burned out. It's because normally, if you're not burned, you're going to make the time. You know what I mean? Like no matter how busy you are, like, I mean, I've been wildly more busy than I am right now, even though I am busy and things are going on and I have a lot, but I've been like, as far as actual like hours that I have free, I've had way less time, and I've still played, I was, when I still had my restaurant, I was playing 5 accounts and running a restaurant. So like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I was busy as hell all day, every day, and I still played 5 accounts and like got the L&D scrolls on all of them every month and like, went all in on that. So, it's clear there's a little bit of burnout there, and I have to kind of think and refocus, and maybe this FRR, I'll ruin some RTA monsters and like log in and do wings or something. I got to figure something out, but I'm going to think on it.
How many arena wings have you done this week? We're on Saturday, so it's
0. I have
zero.
done 0 arena wings. Like I probably haven't even. I think I bought my Devilmon yesterday. That's how like.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it reset like I've done 0 arena wings. It's absolutely horrible. I've done like 3 guild wars. I'm like a vice in my guild. They should kick me. Like I would kick myself if I was like,
okay.
It's bad.
I've done 40, I think, this week. I've done 40 wings.
40 more than I've done this week.
It's still bad though. But yeah, it's just anything that takes focus. Like if I have to like craft a team or like think about it.
How many points have you gotten for the event?
The
one that you get the blessing from.
Sure. Hopefully I've maxed that out. At least close to maxed it. Maybe I'm up to close to 5,000.
Okay, I'm at 2,900.
Well, at least you get the blessing, and you'll probably hit the re-apps too before it's over.
I mean, it's a 30-day event. I think I can still do it. You know what I mean? I think I can still do it. But okay, whatever. Maybe I'm a little burned out, guys. Maybe I'm a little burned out, but it's fine. I will get back to it, and I will be, crushing noobs again.
So, is it time to talk about luck? Are we there yet?
It's almost time.
Okay.
Do you like pineapple, Jaren?
Pineapple? Yeah, of course. Yeah. I took you to Pineapple Whip, right?
No, you were always like, oh, we need to go to the Dole Whip place.
You never had Pineapple Whip.
No, we never went to the factory or whatever that was.
I feel like you told me that like they have a place in like LA that like sells something that's like pretty much the exact same thing though.
Like
but
Dole, it's
okay.
Dole
yes,
Whip,
Dole Whip. So you told me that, and you pointed the fact out that you can buy this stuff like from a store, and it blew my effing mind, and I forgot about it, and now I'm excited twice.
Yeah,
because
you can buy it, but yeah, I mean, pineapple is delicious. It is.
So Pineapple Whip just opened. So here's the thing, guys. I'm gonna loop you in. We're way off topic. I don't give a crap. Mm-hmm. Pineapple Whip.
I derailed us, but
is truly one of the most succulent things you could ever get to enjoy on the face of this earth. It is hard to explain, and I've had people ask me in-depth questions about like the textures and all that, but it's like this mix between like an ice cream and a yogurt, I guess is the best way to put it. I don't know. It's got this great, like, it tastes great, it feels great. It truly does not taste like artificial anything, and I think it's not even made with artificial flavoring. I think it's
Yeah,
made with
but
like actual pineapple
it's
flavoring.
it's like
Um,
extra refreshing, right? Because like
yes.
like back in the day, I mean, it's been a minute since I've had ice cream, but like you eat ice cream and you're like thirsty. You know what I mean? Like you're
Yep.
dying of dehydration. You have Dole Whip, man. You have this pineapple based ice cream.
Yeah, it's like
And
they
it, like it's
started
just
with the pineapple and built up from there, and it
yeah.
truly is amazing.
It's well, and that's the incredible part is because it's sure, like the pineapple flavor is the OG flavor, but they have chocolate, they have vanilla,
Oh yeah, they have
like
expanded greatly, and not even
it,
that. They've got like apple and kiwi
yeah,
and lime and strawberry, cherry. Matter of
yeah.
fact, cherry and pineapple swirl is that
I could talk about this all day.
I would do some questionable things.
Yeah, me
I've
too.
done questionable
Pineapple
things before.
is the way to go. But okay,
And
I think
just
it's time.
one more stipulation before we
Yeah.
move on. It is
Okay.
vegan friendly, right? Like it's
Oh yeah. Oh,
because
definitely.
it's not dairy based. It's not actually an ice cream, so it's like vegan friendly.
Correct. Yeah. That's the whole deal. It's good for you. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Lactose intolerant people can get in on it. It's the way to go.
Yeah, it's
That's
certainly something to look into if you guys haven't had it yet. But
yeah.
now we get to talk about luck.
Yeah. Look. Tell me,
Honestly, okay. So as sad
do
as
we
this
want to
is,
start with me or do we want to start with you? Because
no, I mean, I gotta get it out.
yeah.
The
What
sad
happened?
part is, I think I was more excited to talk about Pineapple Whip than I am to talk about the L&D Lightning that I pulled
Yeah.
this last week. I I'm cool with not having an L&D NAD 5 ever again. I
Well,
got it
it's
from the monthly scroll, and I
yeah.
pulled like, so I'm sitting there, I saw the lightning. It had been a while, and I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, it was about time statistically to pull one.
Hmm.
I didn't get my hopes up about anything, and then I saw the outline of the Anubis family,
Hmm.
and immediately was like, I've either got a Nat 5 or I've got a Nat 6, and I'm cool either way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was
We still
the
haven't
light.
gotten the Nat 5,
I still haven't.
but
But I do have Armana, I believe
yeah,
is how you
you have
say
a Nat
it.
6 now, basically.
And it's already been 6-starred. Anything I can do that's passive, which 6-starring is pretty much passive at this point,
Yeah.
I can take care of. And yeah, fantastic.
Isn't
I've
it
got it.
amazing? Have you used him yet? Where
I
are you
have.
going to use him? Tell me everything.
It's going to be used in raids,
It's gonna
Rift
be
Beast.
amazing in Rift, right?
Yes, absolutely. So you get, the revive. He's got, as he's built now, 30, like right under 30, maybe like 29.5k HP, 30k. He's 190 speed, 190 speed, 1k defense. So, pretty tanky, pretty solid unit. He's not fully skilled yet, but I have been using. So I actually didn't use my initial skill up on the event on the second Lucian or anything because I just wanted to think about it some more. So as soon as I pulled him, I had 2 of them stockpiled already. So maybe I have over 5,000 of those points. But regardless, I've already gotten 2 devils and 2 of those things from the event into him, and then I actually fed a family member to him as well. So he's almost halfway skilled up already as well, which is nice.
That is really nice.
And
I'm so jealous. He's like,
it's incredible.
he's an dude, and that's the thing. Okay, and I know I didn't want to cry about it, but now that you've pulled a Marna, I can cry about it. Like I got an L&D Lightning, and I got a Nat 4, and it was fucking Iona or whatever that thing was, dude.
I remember you talking about that though, but
And,
like Iona's like chill though, right?
She is shit. Okay, fuck everyone. Like, if she could be a Marna, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if they're both like healers. They're both like, it's like, dude, it's like the power difference between those 2 units is horrifying. He's insane. He's actually literally insane.
So yeah, so what I didn't realize was like he will heal and revive and cleanse. I thought it was like.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a heal or a revive for the longest time.
It's everything.
It's a 10k, like at 30k, like I have it's a 10k heal right now. And maybe that
Yes,
was with an HP lead when I looked at it, but like it's a 10k heal.
it's a sick heal. It's an AOE revive. It's an AOE cleanse. It's obscene. It's actually obscene, and I hate you because you have him and in Perna now, and I don't know.
Yeah, so it's straight up like Rift Beast cheat codes.
Yeah, it is.
The thing is, like, I tried to squeeze him in on Dark Rift, and the first time I ran it, I just wasn't thinking like, oh, he takes 50% more damage. He's not tanky enough for Dark Rift. He does not have the defense to tank Dark Rift. But past that, and yeah, I can't put him backline either because I'm like triple twin and something else that's back there. Maybe Hua for damage. I don't remember.
Rift anyway. So.
Yeah, no one cares, and I've already double S'd it, so it's like it's
yeah.
But yeah, not working there. But Wind Rift, because he's HP based, like Chasun, he's not necessarily as nerfed in there. So like you have attack based healers as well that work really well, like the Huahi, who I did build, and she's still really good there, and I still will use her because she gets 50% more damage. But
yeah,
I'm gonna squeeze Armana in there too. Now the one thing I will say is without the cooldown being reduced on the S3, it's 5 turns, 7 turn if he revives. Without it being reduced down to like 4, it does feel like it takes a long time to get there. So if he uses it to heal and things are still a little shaky, I know I'm not going to get a revive from it like in enough time anyway.
But it's like if he's tanky and he's chilling, it's like a win more. You know what I mean? And if occasionally something messes up, like he'll revive whatever's died. You know what I mean? Like it's because in your Rift teams and in your raid team, like theoretically he shouldn't be reviving very much. Like that should be a heal and a cleanse. You know?
Right. Well, and so like I did throw him into raid with Valeria, so I took Chasun out, and I'm still not sure it was necessarily the best choice, to be honest, because Chasun keeps an attack buff up if it gets stripped, and like with Colleen, I have just such a consistent attack buff up. But yeah, I threw him in there front line. He was tanking. I think he's a little bit below 1k defense now that I think about it, because he was taking a lot of damage. He wasn't dying, but like he was also like you compare it to like my Felleria, who has like 1100 defense. He was taking significant amount of damage there, but nothing was ever losing turns to stuns. Like they were cleansing and everything, and overall it was really great to see how it was going to play out, and it actually allowed me to add another DD because I can take out the Fire Panda. So what I actually did was I threw Perta in at the end of it, and then my damage was pretty decent actually. I was leading in damage.
And I guess with all the cleanse, you're not stressing too much about the Oblivion on Perna, right?
Exactly that.
Interesting, man.
So
it's well. Incredible. What else? Like runes? What else have you done, Lucky? Other than
I've gotten crap for runes, really. I had a decent re-app. By decent, I mean like it just had like a really good. I can't even think of it. It worked really well together. Synergy. That's the word.
Okay, yeah, it had good synergy.
Yeah, it had good synergy, but the rolls and stuff weren't super efficient on it. Okay. So I think I had it was like a triple roll of speed, but it was like a 13 speed, or I say triple, counting the base roll. So it was like 13 speed or something, and like 11 attack and 10 or 11 crit rate.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so like not terrible. Definitely better than what I had, but you like to see a little bit more efficiency on re-apps or on runes in general. But it's still, it's usable now to where it wasn't usable before. So, I'm grateful for that.
I get that. Yeah. Turning unusable runes into usable ones is always a bonus. So.
Right. And, it makes farming those re-apps feel worth it because I suck so bad at the Water Rift. I have not a team. Like, I can barely, consistently get A.
The Water Rift is supposed to be the easiest one.
Sure. Keep telling yourself that, kids.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Anything else? Any other luck?
Besides that, nah, not really. Well, I say not really. This event feels pretty lucky, to be completely honest. Like if you think about all the rewards and stuff that you're getting, like
Yeah.
the event feels like a lot of luck rolling in all at once. A lot of good rewards. A lot of 100 energy a day, 100k mana a day. Not that I need the mana. But the
Yeah.
energy, that's a little bit more than a refill. Um,
Yeah.
some great stuff, honestly.
Yeah. I wish
Can't
the event had been lucky for me.
can't
I've been
wait to
playing
pop that
a little
blessing.
less, but I have not gotten a lightning in over 70 scrolls.
Ooh. So
I don't
you
I don't
summoned
know what
Iona, Iona though, which is an LND Nat 4.
Yeah, but that was 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
So did we talk about it on last cast? I can't remember.
We
I
did.
think
I
we
think we
did.
did. We
Yeah.
definitely have talked about it on a cast. It might have been the cast before. I mean, I've summoned every scroll. I bought 3 premium packs so far. I'm aiming to get all 5 for the bonus premium pack event.
Since you're not using those crystals anyway.
Yeah, I bought 3 premium pack. Yeah, I'm not using. I'm not. I'm crap. And like it's like the game knows that I'm desperate.
I did
You know
that.
what I mean?
I did
And
that.
it gave me 0 lightning. Like 0 lightning. Like I got 2 sins, 2 2 awakened uh 4-star like fighter dudes like Neostone, or not, maybe not Neostone, but would like,
Those are
you
Nat
know,
Force.
no they're not though. Yeah, no, not Neostone though. It's like the kung fu guy, man.
Oh, the
You know what I mean?
Teos?
No, not him.
Oh, the martial artist.
Yeah,
Just the
there we
martial
go.
artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I got two of the fire awakened ones, but no lightning in, like,
Hey,
I swear, in the 3 premium packs plus every scroll I've gotten plus all the scrolls I've gotten from like all, like, it's 70 plus scrolls now, and I haven't gotten a single lightning, and it's because the game knows. It knows that I'm uninvested at the moment, and it hates me. So
I feel
we'll
like
see.
the opposite thing would be true if it knew, like like
You would think. I mean, I
keep
summoned 20
it's like
fucking scrolls this morning, dude, just for, like, that
keep
I'd accumulated from dragons and events. And on top
well
of the premium pack, the triple premium pack scrolls, plus the rewards from the premium packs.
yeah, well, I mean, you look at it like, hey, Keith hasn't been playing, let's give this dude like a new toy, and here's Leo.
Yeah.
Keith's
But no,
back, baby.
you would think.
Okay,
Although, truthfully, I know it sounds weird, but, like, as far as elemental
that's what I was
nat
about to
5s,
ask. What's it gonna take? What's it gonna take?
I don't know, man. I mean, like
Oh,
maybe like a
jeez.
Tiana, right?
Oh, okay,
Like I could,
fair.
but like, truthfully, there's not a lot of
Perna,
elemental nat 5, like an Okeanos
Perna.
maybe would bring me. A Perna would bring me back. Maybe a Bulwark or an Amelia.
Oh, dude, I'm so
Any
glad I have
pony.
Bulwark.
Any pony would
I
bring
just
me
want to just to recap for a second. Like since December, I've summoned Varad, Amelia, Bulwark, Perna, Armana, and I think
Who are
there's one
you?
more that I'm even forgetting. Like,
Dude, I've summoned Dupe Leica, like Dupe Rocky, like Wind
hold on,
Phoenix.
you're hitting on something that is super interesting though.
Mm-hmm.
We now have a use for all of those dupes, and we didn't go into detail about the event because honestly, neither one of us has been playing.
Yeah,
Sorry, crickets.
we're the
But
worst.
this quality of life update that came, while we may be playing less, we're very we think about things a lot. We grind it out, and it doesn't. We don't have to be playing to think about how great of an update that this was,
Yeah.
even for free to play players.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to share your thoughts on that real quick, Keith, I can definitely share mine. But
Yeah, I mean, I mean, the main thing is, I think it's interesting, and I get it. Some people are like, oh, the fact that you can feed Dupe Nat 5s is like widening the gap between spenders and non-spenders. But truthfully, it's like you can spend it on a blessing, and like once you've like gotten one dupe, like theoretically, it actually helps a ton because you have the bless. Like you can guarantee that you've always got the blessing. So anytime you summon a Nat 5, you're gonna have a choice between two. Do you know what I mean? And so like it's like you can kind of like You know what I'm saying? Like each nat 5 that you get, even as a dupe, kind of guarantees that your next nat 5 will not be a dupe. You know, if that's the way that you want to use it. And then also there's other
Well,
rewards and other things you can do with it.
statistically, yes, up to a point.
Theoretically, I get it. Eventually, you're gonna have to choose between two dupes, but that's still better than you get
Yes,
it. You
but
understand.
like
It
you
kind of
said,
pays it forward.
yes. So you're trading a dupe for a non-dupe of random choice, basically in the future, ideally. Like
Yeah.
even if you have to choose between another two dupes next time, you're still choosing to pay it forward and eventually have you're
It doubles
rolling
your chances of
you're
getting
doubling the
not
rolls
dupes.
to not get the
Yeah,
dupes, which
you're not losing, and you're actually accumulating extra of those coins every time you get a dupe, because I think it's like 275 for the blessing, and you get like 300 for trading in, something like that. But yeah, it's I think it's really great. I think it's a nice quality of life. I think that I mean, what else did they add, Jaren? They added the, like, you can see runes and stats now on monster screen. Um,
yeah.
they added.
Um,
I mean, I don't know. I'm
that's
hyped.
super nice too. They changed sizing of some of the UI, um, like in the power up
Yeah,
circle, and also the fusion circle. They, I mean, just a lot of different changes really on this, and even in the shop they added some interesting stuff too, like the re-app. So you're trading in for these ancient coins or whatever they were called. They're not called ancient coins because that's the other thing. But
no, it's like
um,
math. Well, coin. I don't need coins. Fucking coins.
I can't remember. But you're trading a dupe nat 5 in for these points, and you can trade those points in for legendary runes, re-app stones. There was more. The blessing. There's some other stuff that now I can't even remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, but it's nice. Like, I mean, it makes summoning a dupe less painful, and it makes it harder to summon a dupe in the future. So it's like, even if it just made it less painful, that'd be good. But it's not only is it making it less painful, but it's giving you the ability to get the blessing and make summoning nat 5s more meaningful in the future.
Yeah,
And also
yeah,
getting a blessing from this event kind of sets people off on the right foot. You know what I mean?
exactly. So they get to choose between a dupe or a non-dupe, and if they get dupes, then they've automatically got another dupe to load up to pay it forward.
Yeah.
And if you only, yeah, and like you have a couple of them that you can go ahead and trade in, I'm sure.
Yeah.
If
I
you
mean,
haven't already,
I have two right now. So
Rocky and
Rocky and Leica.
oh,
So,
yep, okay, exactly.
and I'm pretty sure I'm going to trade him in. I haven't done it yet, but I might not trade him in yet. And what I mean by that is I already have a blessing chilling from this event, you know? So
Yeah,
once I pop my blessing, I think that I will definitely trade in one of my dupes, and I'll, you know what I mean, kind of hold them back until
well,
because it could be, because if I'm
don't
this
hold it
dry,
back.
like, it could be months and months before I before I pop my blessing. I don't know what's happening to me, but once I pop the blessing, I'm gonna try and always have a blessing up. Is my
Yeah,
thoughts.
I mean, go ahead and get rid of Rocky, dude. There's no reason to keep a dupe.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to feed it yet, right? I don't
Well,
want to
I
get.
guess someone made a valid point on Reddit. Like, you can use them as Devilmon. At one point, they're probably going to be more useful as Devilmon, depending on how many Nat 5s you have, um, than they would just trading it in for a blessing to have another blessing pop for you to choose between two more dupes. Because at that point, you probably have all the Nat 5s you really need anyway. Maybe there's one or two that, like, you could use and would be helpful, but if you're to that point where statistically you're getting more dupes from blessings than
Yeah, but even then, it's like, it kind of, the idea that you could cycle. I mean, unless there's no elemental nat 5s that you want, then I think always having a blessing up is the best thing you could do. Even if you're just
I
missing
agree.
Tiana or something, you always want that blessing up
Well,
because it doubles
sure,
your chance.
but if you're missing things like I'm trying to think of some quick Nat 5s, the Wind, Sea Emperor,
Hmm.
and Rocky, and maybe like PSAM, and PSAM's great to have, but like if you've got Vanessa and Ciara already, like
Yeah,
you don't
I mean, TCM
necessarily
still
need to
does make a
PCM.
difference, but like, no, I mean, but that's my thing. Is like if you're at a mental state where you're like, I don't need any more elemental nat fives, like I don't need any more, then sure, maybe you trade it in for reapps, maybe you feed it as a devil, maybe you get a rune pack, you know?
And this is another thing too. So when people want to point to like how, oh, this is going to help the whales so much, da 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 da. Okay, so whales don't need this to have the units.
Yeah, like it helps. Like sure, whales are trading nat fives for reapps right now, but
Yeah.
oh well, like I mean, who cares? Like sure, it's going to help the whales, but it's also going to help the people who aren't whales, right? Like it helps me directly. I'm not a whale. I've spent $200 on the game, you
Yeah.
know, and it's
Well,
helping the fuck out of me.
and people want to, but you know, it's just like there's like this negative idea, and I feel like people always will find something negative about stuff. You know, that's fine. It's just not getting caught up in it. You know,
Yeah,
and I don't think there's anything to get caught up in on this one. But you know, whales are going to whale. They don't need this to get the units. They're going to get reapps, and while that is helpful, you know, there are diminishing returns on everything in this game.
yeah,
Um, and while they're spending money, you can grind it out and spend the time on it, and maybe you'll burn out faster, or maybe something will come up or whatever. But like at the same time, you're gaining experience actually using these units and like ruining them and figuring out how they work and how they synergize, where
yeah,
they're buying all these OP things and then they're like, why isn't it working?
yeah.
Why
I
am
mean,
I not winning?
it's about your enjoyment at the end of the day. Some people enjoy spending money on this game, and I appreciate those people for keeping it going. For you know what I mean, like for spending money and making the game still exist. You know what I mean, for
Exactly.
motivating Com2uS to give us updates, and it's like. You know, there's no negative in my mind of people who want to spend on the game, and it's like I'm not like those aren't the people I'm competing against. You know what I mean? And my enjoyment has nothing to do with the fact that like there's a dude out there who spent $100,000 on this game. You know, that doesn't ruin my enjoyment. You know, like I'm even you know like even if I spent $100,000 on this game, I'm not going to be on that guy's level. You know what I mean? Like I haven't been playing
Yeah.
long enough. I haven't like so it's like it's not. You know, I try and keep things in perspective, and this update is good whales or no, you know, and I think people, sure, some people at the end of the day are upset about pay to win stuff, but if that's the case, you're in the fucking wrong game, dude. Like, go play a game that isn't pay to win. There's a million out there that are great, and you can't pay money to win, but this is one that you can. But that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy the game in the context that you know we play it in.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
And so yeah, people are
because
going to be salty,
you
but
set your own goals, you know, right? You figure out what you want to accomplish, and you shoot for it. And I get it. There's people out there who they want to be G3 and they can't spend $100,000, but it's like, well, you're probably not going to be fucking G3, like, you
yeah,
know.
and you don't have to spend 100 grand to be G3 either. You know, like we've had Zero
Yeah.
on the show, and he, you know, he made G3. I don't know that he got to stay there necessarily, but
No, but he poked into it. I think he finished G2 this last season, though.
yeah, and he might buy packs here and there. I don't
Yeah,
recall how much he spends, but you know, he's not like a whale. He's not like paying to
yeah.
play or paying to win. Like,
Yeah,
um,
it makes it easier to hit certain thresholds if you spend money, but it does not, in my opinion, it doesn't remove my enjoyment. Like the idea that I can't, you know, spend, you know, $100,000 on the game to then whale and trade these in for nat, you know, trade these stupid nat fives in. It's like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It literally has no effect on my goals and the things I'm shooting for. Like I'm happy when you know I improve the speed of a run or I you know complete you know this or that or I like
yeah,
achieve a new rank on my own, you know. And it's just and that it's all relative. And like sure, one day if I start spending money on the game, then my goals will shoot up and the people I fight will be different and my but it's like it's all relative. It's all relative to who you're playing against and how you're playing. And there's ways to do well without spending and without whaling. And there, you know, at the same time, it's like people who spend money keep the game alive. So I
yeah,
appreciate that.
exactly that. Um, well, with all of that said, you know, we're going to be putting out another show on Monday, so we were going to
Yeah.
keep this one a little short, even though we haven't had one in a week, or we skipped a week rather. But yeah, we're going to have another show, and I actually am running behind now for some stuff. So
No
um,
worries.
But we do appreciate you guys. Man, we are actually still, trending up on listens, which is super cool to see. Like, I checked
Yeah.
it just like on Friday, and the Discord is still rolling. People having great discussions and stuff in there, even helping me out, coming up with
Yeah.
comps for Siege and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, if you guys could join, that'd be great. You guys that are there, we love it. We just upgraded you guys to moderator,
We
Courtney
did.
and Captain Rob.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys have been, y'all have been around for a long time, and you've been extremely, extremely helpful to anyone who comes in and wants to ask questions and whatnot. So we appreciate that as well.
Definitely. I agree with all of that. And I appreciate everyone who takes the time to listen to this cast. Again, sorry that we took a little bit longer between these last ones and this is a little bit short, but we should be getting back to a regular schedule, weekly, you know, etc. Like we should be moving back in a direction of where we wanted to be with the weekly casts and everything. And it's, I mean, stuff happens. I'm sure you guys understand that, but I mean, truthfully, every day that went by without us recording, I was sad that we hadn't recorded, and I, felt guilty, and I missed you guys, and like it's the same thing. It's like if I don't log in and play the game, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna have fuck all to talk about on the next cast. Like I got to do it because I appreciate the engagement and the interaction with everyone who listens to our cast so much, and it motivates me to play. It motivates me to log in, to create content, to talk to Jaren about this game, and it's just. I appreciate all of you guys. So thank you for listening, and we're definitely going to have another episode out in the next like 3 or 4 days. So they'll, just because we went 2 weeks, you'll get episodes. You'll have more content. We we have plenty to talk about. We're running short on time today, not on content, and that's the case. So.
All right. Yep. And we'll see you guys later.